Welcome back to a brand new season of the Link podcast presented by Electra Link. I'm your host, Bree Pettit, and I can't wait for all of you to hear what is in store for season 2. We have more episodes that will be coming to you weekly on Wednesdays. We also have some great topics to discuss with some of the incredible individuals who work for and with Electra Link. So without further ado, let's kick things off by discussing what a career in this industry looks like, what options are out there, and more. I'd like to welcome Jimmy Curry to the show to discuss this topic. Jimmy, welcome to the Link podcast. I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Thanks.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's been a long, hot day for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely feels like summer now.
Absolutely.
All right, Jimmy, can you tell me a little bit about who you are and your role here at Electra Link?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a proud husband and father. So I got a great wife. I've got 2 great kids, and I'm a lucky man. Both my kids, one's in college at Tarleton State University.
Awesome.
He's a junior this year, and he's going after his mechanical engineering degree. And then my oldest son, he works for our local fire department where we live.
Very cool.
So yeah, I'm very proud of my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then how long have you been here at Electra Link?
So I've been here close to 27 years at Electra Link. Yeah, it's
Nice.
it's been enjoyment, great company to work for. I'm very lucky and happy to have found Electra Link.
Yeah, you've definitely, it sounds like you've been here for kind of all the different stages of
Yeah,
Electra Link.
I came on board. I worked for about 5 years before Electra Link up in Dallas for a couple companies, um, and then I met my wife snow skiing up in Colorado, and she
Aw.
lived here locally to the Conroe area. So I ended up moving down here, and ultimately found Electra Link. Looking for employees.
Mhm.
So I filled out an application and sent it in, and was called in for an interview the next day, and
That's
and
awesome.
was hired that day, and started out as a fiber technician. Started out working in the industrial plants, terminating fiber.
Okay.
And I just kind of, my mindset through my younger years was, this is something that I wanted to do, this type of work in this type of industry. And my mindset was, I want to climb that corporate company ladder
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately work my way up into a position that I could, make good money, have a steady position and work at a company that I could consider home,
Mm-hmm.
and retire one day,
Yeah.
with that company. So
Yeah.
as I continued my journey through my younger years at Electrolink, I could tell, early on that Electrolink was that type of company that you could ultimately, work until you wanted to retire at,
Yeah.
and be happy working there every
Yeah.
day.
That's awesome. Okay, so you started pulling cable? Is that
Yeah,
what you
so
started?
pulling cable, terminating fiber. Like I said, I had about 5 years experience in the low voltage industry. So, and I came from a company that what I consider uh, was a trendsetter company.
Mm-hmm.
They were an elite low voltage infrastructure cabling company. And when I came on board with Electrolink, they kind of fell right in line with that. Um, so I was happy to find a company that, took into consideration how the product looked when it was being
Mm-hmm.
installed. And at the end of the day, it worked correctly, and you could put your name on it at the end of the day,
Yeah.
and be proud of your workmanship and the work that you put in. And you could walk away from the job knowing that you weren't going to get a call the next week that something wasn't working right.
Yeah,
So
which is good.
absolutely.
Which is very good. Okay, so what are some of the other roles that you've had kind of leading up to this position that you're in
Yeah.
now?
So, like I said, my mindset when I was young was, climbing that company ladder, and I wanted to, make more money. I wanted to, ultimately get to my uh, position in the company that I wanted to be at quickly. So I worked hard. I worked. I was an overachiever. I if I was asked to be somewhere, or, at some time I was there early, or
Mm-hmm.
If I needed to go out of town, I was, the first one on the plane. So I've worked my way up pretty quickly here at Electra Link from that fiber technician role. I went to the foreman role, started, running projects in the field, multiple projects. Then I worked my way up to the project management position in structured cabling. Uh, I was in that role for several years, and I moved up into a more of a corporate customer role, which I handled national accounts. If we had a client
Okay.
that had multiple sites in different cities or countries, I would handle that account and oversee the operations and hiring subcontractors and working with vendors in other states and countries. I went into that role and worked in that role for a little while, and then our security department here at Electrolink, we had at that time, security operations in Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and Houston. Houston being our corporate office, um, it was a fairly large operation here, and I was asked to step in and take over the role of management of the Houston department, security department. So, um, stepped into that position and uh, was the manager for a few years. COVID came around, and we decided to go in a different direction here at Electrolink with our security operations, and we kind of backed out of the fully integrated security market. We still do security, but at a different level, and we'll talk about
Mm-hmm.
that a little bit. But
Yeah.
ultimately, I moved from the security department manager into a special services manager role, and that's what I'm in now. I oversee the security work we do, and I oversee our DAS, distributed antenna system, public safety, and cell DAS work that we do, and also wireless applications. Um, Basically, anything that doesn't fall under our uh, structured cabling and AV umbrella, it falls under my umbrella. So
Yeah.
I get all the special projects, the
Mm-hmm.
things that fall outside of what we call our bread and butter at here at Electrolink.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you've gotten to kind of see all the different aspects
Yeah,
of Electrolink.
I've bounced around and enjoyed every bit of it. Every time I'm asked to take on a new opportunity and try to achieve some different goals that Electrolink wants to achieve. I welcome the opportunity and love
Yeah,
every minute of it.
that's awesome. I think that's one of the reasons why you're so good at what you do.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump into the next question. So since we're going to be talking about careers within the industry, could
Yeah.
you tell me a little bit about the different jobs that are within the information and communications technology industry?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll kind of talk about mainly what Electrolink uh, is involved in, and
Mm-hmm.
the markets we're in, and the work we're after. Number one is our IT infrastructure design and structured cable installation. That's the Cat sixes and the fibers, and
Okay.
um, that's the cabling and the infrastructure from the IDFs, MDFs, all the way out to the workstations and patch cables, and that's what makes the computers work on a network. So that's kind of number one on our list here at Electrolink, and then right below that I've got industrial communications design and installation, and that kind of falls right in line with the first one, but it's in a different market area. It's in the industrial environment, petrochemical plants, um, energy, and uh, you know, uh, energy sites, solar farms. In the industrial part of the industry. But doing the same kind of stuff we do in the commercial side.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we got our special services design and installation division, which I'm involved with. Got a great team that works with me, um, which includes the security that we do. And what it is we we offer security services to other security integrators. We pull in their security cabling for them. We install their cameras. We install their security devices for their access control systems at their doors. We install their intrusion alarm devices. Um, we're kind of a labor force for other security integrators out there, and we're able to offer them a more competitive labor rate um, because of you know, we just don't employ those higher level security guys, you know, that demand the money that you know that they're entitled to have just due to the knowledge and the education that they have to that they need for that.
Yeah.
But you know, that kind of fits in our wheelhouse. We like to do that type of work. The installation and cabling piece of it kind of falls in line with what we do with our communication side. Uh, and then, of course, we do DAS. We're heavily involved in DAS, whether it be public safety DAS systems or cell DAS systems, distributed antenna systems. Sam was on a previous podcast, and he went into very great detail about what we do there. So go back and check out his podcast. He's got great information about our DAS capabilities. And then, of course, we got our AV design and installation department. And again, Lance, I believe, did a previous podcast on our AV capabilities. That would be another great podcast to go back and revisit. So those are the four core, markets that we are currently involved with, and that our company's built around.
Yeah, and we usually, if you check our careers page, there's usually always something available in maybe one of the departments or all of them. So we do hire for all those.
Yeah, we're always looking for qualified individuals. Not only experience, but we're always looking for young adults straight out of high school that have the initiative to want to jump right into our industry and go to work.
Yeah, we need hardworking individuals.
Absolutely.
All right, so for someone who is just starting out, so say they are just graduating from high school and wanting to get into a job with a company like Electra Link, and they have very little experience to no experience, what would be a good position for them to apply to kind of start out in?
Yeah, so that's a great question. We, in our industry here at Electra Link, you do not have to have a college education to come here and start working.
Yeah.
You can right out of high school, and that's kind of what I did. I graduated high school back in '91, and I had no intentions of going to college. I was ready to get out of school and get to work.
Yeah.
So I found a company locally there where I lived and went straight into this industry when I was 18, and I just worked my way up the ladder with hard work and dedication. Um, so my suggestion is that uh, all you got to do is get started, get in there, apply for a position here at Electra Link, uh, get your feet on the ground and start learning. The opportunities here for you. Um, Electra Link offers many entry level positions, and it could be in our structured cabling side. You can start out by pulling cable and work your way up. You can look and see if there's an AV opportunity here for you, special services opportunity. There's always an opportunity if you're looking for one here at Electra Link. You just got to be willing to get in there and work hard.
Yeah, willing to work and willing to learn. Okay, what are some reasons that you would suggest someone starting a career here?
So the industry offers excellent job security. Um, you got to be linked up with the right company though, that's dedicated and built for success. There's a lot of companies now in this industry that proclaim to be the best, and ultimately Electrolink, we're hitting almost 40 years.
Yeah.
So we've gone through the lessons learned. And we're continuing to. It's an evolving industry that changes, not only yearly, but monthly, weekly, daily.
Yeah.
So it's always something new out there to learn and get involved with. Um, so, get linked up with the right company. There's an abundance of job positions available in this industry, whether it be, like I said, from cabling infrastructure, AV, the special services department that I'm involved with. So there's lots of opportunities. And again, like I said, no college degree is necessary. Um, I mean, you can have one. I mean, that's a great thing if that's up your
Yeah.
alley,
Yeah.
and but you don't have to have it to get started in this industry. And then Electrolink, we offer on the job training. We're not just going to hire you on board and throw you out there and expect you to succeed. I
Yeah.
mean, we got to put forth the effort to train everybody up, make sure they're not only following the industry standards but Electrolink standards, and because
Hmm.
that's what sets us apart from other contractors in our industry is not only uh, our tenureship in the industry and here in Electrolink, but uh, our quality of service that we offer.
Yeah.
And we strive in offering quality service, not only through the design phase, through the installation phase, and through the uh, completion of the job phase. But after the job's over with, if there's any service or added uh, technologies that need to be added, we're going to do it and we'll be there for you.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the types of training that Electrolink provides to our employees? Because, like you said before, we're going to make sure they have the tools to succeed out there on the job sites. So, what are some of the types of trainings that we offer?
Yeah, great question. So, number one, safety training. So,
Mm-hmm.
we work in the construction industry, whether it be on the commercial or industrial side. So we're working around heavy equipment. We're working on in multi-story buildings that you got concrete people working around you. You got sheetrockers. You got electricians. I mean, we're wearing hard hats, safety glasses, vests, steel-toe boots, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, lots of safety is preached here at Electrolink and through our industry. But we take it serious. Uh, we want everybody to go home with, all 10 fingers and all 10 toes, they say,
Yes,
Uh, you
definitely.
know, we want everybody to go home safe to their families. So we recognize that. We want to make sure that they're trained up in safety in regards to, the type of work we do.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, in order for Electrolink to be competitive uh, in this industry, our safety rating record has to be impeccable.
Mm-hmm.
Our RFPs that come through the door from general contractors, consultants, they're the questions on there. How safe are you? What's your safety rating? And we have to be honest about that, and we have to let everybody know how safe we are. And we're a very safe company, and our safety record, proves that.
Yeah.
And secondly, I say, technology training. We have a dedicated technology trainer here at Electrolink. Training people how to do fiber testing, connectorization, uh, everything that has to go that goes with our job. We don't want to hire anybody in and it just introduce them into the job site and expect them to know how to do something. If they got to be trained to do it right the first time, or we're gonna be spinning our wheels and going back and fixing too many mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So we take training very seriously. On the job training, you can't get nothing better than that. We've got great foremen, great lead technicians, great superintendents, project managers that train daily, whether it be from pulling in cable to terminating fiber splicing fiber all the way to putting on a half-inch coax connector and doing a signal or doing a signal scan at a site. So training is definitely uh, number one, you know, on our list here at Electra. You can't be
Yes.
successful without it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we also have for our new hires that are on board here at Electra, we call it our Battle Buddy program, a little tongue twister there, and mentorship program. So ultimately, we team a new hire up with someone in their respective field and that they're going to be working in or job, and they're trained up for a few weeks to make sure that they understand, the Electrolink way, not only with installation and how we go about our day to day do our day-to-day jobs, but how to submit your time, so you can get paid
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So that's very important. So we have, like I said, we have those two programs that help our new hires out transition and get rolling.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the growth opportunities and what we look for when we promote from within? I feel like you're a perfect person to talk about this.
Yeah, so again, I'm going to go back to my overachiever word I used earlier. You gotta, from I could just explain to you. I tell everybody that I've hired and that I've worked with throughout the years at Electrolink that what the- you know what's the road to success. And I'm going to tell you what the road was to my success here at Electrolink and how I was able to get from point A to point B to where I am now. And I mean that's
Mhm.
being someone that you know works hard, outperforms, you know, uh, goes the extra mile, doesn't have to be told to do
Yeah.
everything, and just exceed your manager's expectations, and you'll get noticed, and you'll get noticed, and you'll get put in front of maybe somebody that's not showing those attributes,
Yeah.
So that's one thing, and another thing that helps is the person that puts forth the better effort for themselves without wanting anything from Electrolink. I've hired guys in the past that they'll come to me before their 90-day evaluation, and they'll hand me a piece of paper and say that, man, I did these online courses myself online over the weekend, and I just want you to know I'm dedicated and I want to learn more, and I'm doing everything I can on my own. Um, I'm here for Electrolink, and I want to move up to a foreman position one day, and I'm hoping this me showing you the initiative to do this on my own will, help me out there. And absolutely, that will help you out.
Yeah,
Is what I tell them.
definitely.
That's just taking the initiative to not only, uh, it's taking the initiative to better yourself, um, and help promote yourself through Electrolink. And that's what I did as well, and that's what I kind of try to tell everybody that I've hired in the past as well is you just got to go above and beyond. Uh, and be ready to work anytime, anywhere. Have all the tools ready to go. And
Hmm.
during my early years, when I had no idea anything. I had no idea about structured cabling when I was hired on with my company over 30 years ago that I first started out with. I got in there and got to learn and see everything, and I knew right away I needed more tools. So I went and started buying a few tools a week, and ultimately, at the end of the day, I had every tool I needed to do the job that I was tasked with doing, and I didn't have to wait on somebody to bring me a drill or wait on somebody to bring me a hammer drill from the office, or I had my own. So my advice is be ready to go anytime, anywhere. Have your tools ready at all times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's solid advice. So, for the person who is interested in starting a career with Electrolink, what are some things that they should expect when joining our team?
Yeah, so Electrolink, we're a big business company. we're a premier low voltage solution provider across
Mm-hmm.
the state of Texas. So we've got offices here in, of course, Houston's our corporate office. We got an office in Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, College Station. Uh, so we're scattered out everywhere. We do a lot of work everywhere. But with that being said, Electrolink has a down home family atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, everybody's friends with everybody. If you need something, you can reach out to your project manager or your general manager, and their phone, they'll answer their phone and help you out with whatever you need, so we're a big business company, but, have that down home family atmosphere. And another thing that I want to point out is um, we have a premier corporate management structure here at Electrolink. Um, our corporate management team will not let us fail.
Mm-hmm.
They are looking years in advance of what we might be looking at as general managers, department managers, project managers, foremen, all the way down to the cave. They're looking in advance in the future, and they're making sure that we're headed and we're staying on course. And that's
Mm-hmm.
important to me because, like I said, when I first hired on in Electrolink back in I believe '97, it's one thing I was looking for. I didn't want to keep hopping from company to company. I wanted a company that I could retire at one day,
Mm-hmm.
and Electrical Link's corporate management team has made that a goal, and I see that, and I think a lot of people in our company see that, um, and that's just a great positive for a company. And another thing is, uh, opportunity to work and learn from the industry's trendsetters. So the I bring up trendsetter again because you have people that are here at Electrolink that have been here almost 40 years or 40 years.
Yeah.
A lot of them have been here 30 years, 20 years. And a lot of these guys that are here are the guys that uh, started the trend of the communications industry on how things should look, how things should work, um, and other companies, have fallen and copied what we set as a trend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to me that that we have that here at Electrolink, and we're able to offer that to new hires that come in. They're able to work side by side with some of these trendsetters that established the standards of not only our industry but the standards here at Electrolink. So absolutely.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people here with a lot of knowledge,
Yes.
which you won't get at just any company you go
Yeah,
to.
absolutely. That's a great point. I mean, um, the tenureship here at Electrolink is very good. I mean, like I said, we've got guys here that have been here the 40 years. We've got guys and gals that have been here and you know have left. And another opportunity might have popped up in front of them that was uh, better for them at that time, and ultimately something might have happened, and now they're back at Electrolink, and uh, you know it. It's just you see that, and you're like, yeah, I know Electrolink's a great company.
Yeah.
There's people in our management team that have gone to work for other people, and uh, have found their way back to Electrolink
Yeah.
because they realized that Electrolink, was a great company and is a great company to work for.
Yep. Definitely a company that stands out for sure. Lastly, what is a piece of advice you would give someone on their first day on the job?
Yeah, once you settle in and decide if this is where you want to be and what you want to do, set some goals, set some short term and long term goals. I'll tell you what I did. I worked safer, I worked harder, I was
Mm-hmm.
more proficient, I was more accurate than anyone else around me. Um, and that that help me achieve my goals, and that'll help you achieve your goals as well. But not only that, it will catch the right person's attention that will help you
Definitely.
boost you up the company ladder, to ultimately, get you to the job that you want to ultimately be in here at Electra
Yeah.
Link.
Yeah.
So that's my story.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for taking the time to come on and share with listeners what a career in this industry and at Electrolink looks like, and just kind of sharing your story and knowledge. And for everyone listening, I hope that you enjoyed hearing from Jimmy. And if you or someone you know is interested in joining the Electrolink team, you can go to electrolink.com/careers to see what positions are open, or you can also reach out to any of our team members to find out information or ask questions, and they'll be happy to answer them. You can also follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Electrolink INC to see what new jobs open up and to see what else our team is up to. Thank you again, Jimmy, for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.